Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Fatima Jabarte, or Fatima Jabarte to be like exact. But many people call me, and most people, everybody calls me Fatima. So hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah. So today I will be talking about like my thoughts on like basketball, the season, some of my favorite players, teams, all that good stuff. Disclaimer: I'm not the most well-rounded person on basketball. I'm like I just watch the game more so. Like I don't really understand it to like a T, have a real deep understanding of it, or like I've never played, so like I don't like I can't really understand or like see the game differently. So these are just like my opinions, my thoughts, how I feel personally. Um, I don't want nobody coming for me. I don't really think people would, but like I don't want like any backlash or anything. I would love like if you know more than I do about the game, I would love for you to like comment or like have a discussion because I really do enjoy like talking about the game, watching it. I'm very interested, and I like talking to people who like know more about the game than I do, so I could like learn something from them. Yeah, so that's about it. Let's get on to the video. Okay, so I would like to preface this video with talking about how I even got into basketball or like found like interest in it for real. So when I was younger, I never really watched sports, played sports, was really interested. So like around 2018, I remember 2018 finals, that's when like I watched the finals for the first time. And it was a really great experience for me. Like LeBron James, first game, 51 points. He'll forever in my heart just for that. Really a great experience. Like I feel like sports brings, especially basketball, it brings people together. And like even if you don't watch like basketball on a consistent basis, everybody watches the finals. Everybody's interested and like people rooting for their teams. Like it's really that. On my own, like I was watching like the finals and stuff, like 2020. Yeah, because I kind of got into it, and I'm the type of person like when I get into something, I'm really into it. But I fell off because like I was watching the playoffs, right, and I was only watching Laker games because I was really into LeBron James at that time, so like I feel like I'm the type of person, if I like a player on the team, that's the only team I'm watching. Like I'm not watching everybody else. So I was only watching the Lakers in the playoffs. And they was doing pretty good, solid. I mean, they won that year, obviously. Fast forward, like, I would say summer of 2021. It was during Ramadan. If you're Muslim, you know, it's like the month of fasting for us, 30 days. Yeah, but that summer, I found out that Kyrie Irving was Muslim. It was like the second day of Ramadan. I found out he was Muslim. I said, hold on, that's my favorite. Like, that's my favorite basketball player immediately. So that's what kind of brought me back into like the basketball space, to be honest. And I just loved it. Like, I would watch highlights, I would watch post game interviews. I was watching everything, like all the content. And then through Kyrie, I kind of found out about Jaylen Brown, which, if you know anything about Jaylen Brown, if you know me, you know Jaylen Brown. Like, come on, like, that's my favorite player. So it was just like I was watching games, and it was such an interesting run in 2021, like the postseason. It was really interesting. The playoffs, like, it was really interesting. And as I was watching the playoffs, my team became, because I was watching the Eastern Conference, but then I switched to Western ish. So after Lakers got beat by the Suns, which the Suns was whooping them, like they was like trailing by 30 consistently, and I was like, what is going on? Like, this is not a good look for the Lakers. Like, can we do better? And I was low-key rooting for them because I like LeBron James, like as I said before, but I really like Chris Paul as well. So I kind of got like after they beat the Lakers, I was like, the Suns, that's my team. So the Suns was doing their thing. When they played the Clippers, I was there watching games. When they won the Western Conference, I was there watching games. And when they got to the finals, I was watching. Like, it was my first time really watching, like, consistently, I would say, and really into it. And it felt great. I loved it. Unfortunately, they lost in the finals. They was up 2 games, and then they lost. And the mental, like me watching them win 2 games, I was like, hey, I'm so happy. And then watching them lose 4 games straight, I was sad. And I'm not gonna lie, I did cry during game 6. I did cry. Because I wanted Chris Paul to win a ring so bad. Like, I was emotionally invested. That's basically how I got into basketball. And, like, ever since then, I've been, like, watching. So, yeah. Yeah. So today is October. It's October. It's October 22nd. As I'm like recording this, the basketball season has already started. I'm really excited about this season. I was mad bored. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm trying to like get really back into the groove of like watching games because it's kind of hard. And my Wi-Fi making it very hard for me. But yeah, I'm kind of just trying to get into the groove, find my mojo back, and really get excited. Get excited. I've written down some notes in my book about like what I'm finna talk about. So I will start with the Eastern Conference. So the Nets, um, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, they're still there. And Ben Simmons has been like he's gonna play this year, and I'm pretty like indifferent about them because I was a Nets fan, like especially when they had like the big three. Excited, and I'm still like last year I kind of fell off with the Nets because Kyrie he was not playing, so I'm like that's the reason why I like the Nets and he's not playing. And Kevin Durant he was playing, but then he got injured for like a couple weeks, so I was like, you know what? Let me redirect my energy to a different team. So I'm excited, I guess. I'm just interested to see how they do. I don't really have them like I'm not really the type of person to like be like seeding the like they're gonna make it to the finals or anything like that. Cause I'm just like I'm more of a like let's watch and see what happens. Cause you really never know. So I really hope they do good. I want Kyrie to play because when he plays, he's an amazing player. Like he's so talented. He's so like I just love him. And like his layup package, A1. Like I just feel like he's so great and I wish he didn't have all the antics attached to him or to his name and whatnot. But I feel like when he plays, he's gonna play well. Kevin Durant, he's a great scorer, like obviously we know. And when people be like talk about Kevin Durant like, oh, nobody can really contain him and like he score over anybody. I agree. Also, I like Seth Curry. Like he's on the Nets. I really like him. I like him. I feel like he's a great shooter. He does what he needs to do. I love that. And Ben Simmons is back. I'm glad he's back. I really hope he's like in good spirits, happy, healthy. Cause what was going on? It was a lot. And I just want him to play like do your job. Play. Okay. So the next team I'm gonna be talking about is Philadelphia, the 76ers. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest fan of Philadelphia. I feel like they're gonna be a better team than last year. I feel like they're gonna be good. Joel Embiid, I like him as a player. I just like him as a player. I feel like he's a great player. Really the number one guy. I would like to see the pressure take. I like to see the pressure taken off of him because last year, especially in before All Star break, it was a lot on him. Like he was doing great. Like he was putting up MVP numbers. He should have been MVP in my opinion. I wanted Joel to win. Like I feel like they've been snubbing him for a while. Definitely this year, I feel like he needs to like pop out and really do his thing so he can win. Like I want to see you win. But these past two games, he hasn't been looking too good, especially in like the season opener. But I'm like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay at home? But I just want goodness for him. James Harden, I'm a big fan. I like James Harden, me personally. Like the step back three really got me. Really got me. I like him. I feel like he's gonna do good this year, like better. I feel like he's better motivated, and he does have something to prove. Like they've been talking about you. You haven't been the same player that you was in the past couple of years. So I'm just like, he needs to step it up and do his thing, and I'm excited to see it. Tyrese Maxey. I love Tyrese Maxey. Like that's my guy. Like I'm so happy for him and how he's like his progression in the league. He's just so great to me. Like I was watching the playoffs last year and him scoring 38 points in the first game. I was so proud. Like I was so happy. Like he's really doing great. Like him playing up and down his energy, just him like as a player. I just love it. And I feel like Philly needs to utilize him more. Like they need to play him more because he's great. Okay, so the next team I'm going to talk about is the Miami Heat. I'm not the biggest fan of the Heat. I mean, any team in the East, I'm really not the biggest fan of because, like, we all know where my heart lies, all right? But the Heat, I feel like they're a good team. I'm not gonna lie, they're a good team. I feel like they are really slept on. Like when everybody's talking about teams, they kind of leave the Heat in the background. I'm like, why? Like I don't understand. But they're not like even if you like watch like or like see people's takes and stuff, nobody's really like, oh, the Heat is the team to watch out for. I think that's a little problematic, but okay. I feel like they're gonna be good. Bam Adebayo, he's like out of me. Like I really like him. Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler so much. I love him. Like last year when he almost ended the Celtics, that was a lot for me. Like my stomach was jumping throughout that whole game, and it was literally one shot. He is so great to me. I love the way he plays. I love the passion, the fire, the intensity that he plays with. I really love Jimmy Butler just for that. So he's great, especially in the playoffs. Like he just lock in, do his thing. So yeah, and the Heat, them as a team, I think they're a good team. I guess I don't really watch too much of the Heat for me to really comment on them as a team. And Victor Oladipo, he finna be healthy. Like he was pissing me off during the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, cause he was actually doing some damage, which I was mad because I'm a Celtics fan. So I was like, where did you come from? Where did you come from? But he's gonna be healthy, so I'm really happy for him. I hope he does well this season. I think I'm gonna watch more Heat games this year and really like try to get into them and see like what it is that they really do. And apparently they have this thing called Heat culture, and they really like buy into that, and that's really their thing, and I love that for them. I feel like they're great, and they're really somebody to watch out for in the East, in my opinion. So, moving on, we're gonna talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks. Giannis is that guy. He's that guy. Like he is such a great player, such a talent. Like, wow. I love him. I love the way he plays. I love the fact that he works so hard. Like even a player at his caliber, 2-time MVP, period. He's just so great. Like the way he run up and down the court, like he's working hard. Like he's a hard worker. And one thing I really love about him, when he's playing, like he has a lot of people have like posters on him or like have dunked on him, and I'm like, I like that. Let me explain why. Because like he is the type of person to jump when other people jump. Like some people don't jump because they're scared to like not like scared to get like embarrassed, but he's not scared to be embarrassed. He's there to do his job. He wants to help his team win by any means necessary, and I really love that. I need him to get out the East so my Celtics kid like go like. I mean, they beat them last year, but like Chris Middleton wasn't there, and a lot of people that's like Bucks fans are like didn't want the Celtics to win was like, oh, it's only because Chris Middleton was there. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And speaking of Chris Middleton, he's still not playing yet. I want him to get back out there because I like the competition of the game. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I want people to be injured so my team can. No. I want him to get back out there. I feel like he's great. Like I feel like they do need. I feel like Chris Middleton would add to the. I mean, he would add to their offense, obviously. But I'm excited for him to come back. I want to see that. I want to see them all together. And yeah, Drew Holiday. I like Drew Holiday. He is a great defender to me. I love the way he plays defense. I remember like I was watching his highlights one day when I was at school. And I was like, wow, like he's such a smooth defender. Like his defense isn't, it's like aggressive, but it's like kind of like a quiet aggression. It's not too like all up in your face, like rah, 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 like, like yelling or like talking too much. But his defense is like so smooth. Like the way he like, I love the way he plays defense. Like I'm more of a defensive gal if I would just say so myself. So I love the way he plays. It's just really like, I like Drew Holiday. Like, come on. Come on. I want to see the Bulls go far. I feel like they're still fairly new, like them as a team, and like I feel like they just need to work their way and all that. The Cavs. I'm excited for them. Like I feel like in the East they're gonna be great. Like I like their 3 young players like Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland. I like them. Like I like them. I'm intrigued. I'm interested in how they're gonna play and like all of them together. They got what's the man's name? I know his name. I was just watching something like I just watched a podcast with him. Why is it not coming to me? Cause I know his name. It starts with a D. Mitchell. His last name is Mitchell. I'm really looking dumb right here because I just like I know his name because I was just watching a podcast with him on it. I know his last name is Mitchell, so that's what we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna say. I know he's from Utah Jazz. Like I know him. I like him. They got him, and I'm like, okay, because I'm not gonna lie. I slipped that he was gonna go to the Knicks, and I don't know. I was about to say I was all for it, but that's quite evil because the Knicks, they're not going nowhere. I don't even have to put them on my list because they're not going anywhere. But yeah, I'm really happy for him. I'm glad he got out of Utah. I need him to be better. Like I feel like he is got so much potential. He's so athletic, like great player, shooter, all of that. I just want better for him. I'm glad he's in Cleveland now. And Kevin Love is in Cleveland. I love Kevin Love. Like I'm telling you, ever since I watched 2018, all the people on that team got my heart to a certain extent. Like, and he's one of them. Like, I feel like he's like a veteran. Yeah, he's a vet. So I feel like he's gonna help them out. He's gonna do great. Name Mitchell. His last name is Mitchell. His last name is Mitchell. It starts with a D. It's not Darius, because that's not it. I'm trying to think of his name. This is bothering me so bad, because I just... Alright, I'm going to get off this, because it's getting a little weird. Yeah, I feel like they have great young players. They're going to do well. And I want them to do better, because them in the play-in game, they obviously didn't really stand a chance to me against the Nets, but they was doing good. They was doing good. And I want good for them. I want good for their team. The young core. Okay, y'all, I got it. Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, and I knew it. Okay, so the next team I'm going to talk about is the Boston Celtics. If you know me, you know. Even if you follow me on Instagram, my spam, close friend, it doesn't matter. Because if you know me, you know. I'm not going to say I love the Boston Celtics. I'm just like a Boston Celtics fan because of Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen Brown. That's my guy. I would say Jaylen Brown. Let's start with him because that's really my guy. He's such a great player. I love him so much. I feel like my love for him extends outside of basketball because when I started like watching it, I liked him. Then I started watching his game and all of that. I think I more so like him because he's really smart. Like I love the way he talks. I like his game a lot. Like he's great on defense to me. He's a good scorer. He's a shooter. He can shoot. I'm not really the biggest fan of three-point shot, but he could shoot. He's like a playmaker. Like I love him, and he gives you a good poster. Like he got hops. People be playing with him. They don't really talk about that, but we see it. Like everybody, if you watch the game, you're gonna see he got hops, and he's a consistent player to me. He's a consistent dude. I like consistency, and I love that. And the past 2 games, like I'm gonna get into that later. All right. I'm not even gonna talk about Ime Udoka because that really like I'm so sad because they did so well last year and Ime Udoka was such a great coach. I love how he was really like a defensive kind of minded coach, and they was so good. Like after All-Star break, they just clicked. Like because before All-Star it was trash. Like I was sad because like they was like the 11th seed. I was like, what are we doing? Like I was mad. Like I was mad. And everybody was like, oh, Jason and Jaylen can't play together. I'm not saying that I was one of those people, but like before the 2021 season started, I was like, okay, if this year they don't make some shake, I think y'all should separate because it's been a couple years. And one thing I don't like about the NBA, they don't really let people or teams marinate, especially young players. Like they want people to come out the draft playing like they've been playing in the league for how many years? Like they're new. They need time to settle, to get acclimated, to actually understand the game, and to really like know what they're doing, find their confidence, find their footing, like all of that. Especially when they're playing with other people. And I feel like an organization such as Boston, they have a lot of pressure because of like how many championships they won, and like the fans are used to winning, so like they kind of had that pressure. And people saying that they can't play together, I was like, okay, like quiet that noise. And they made them quiet it. Like earlier it was really bad for them, like before All-Star, because they was not playing good together. Like it was like they was playing like I would say my turn basketball, you know, like Jaylen do good, okay, Jason don't have a good game, then Jason has a good game but Jaylen doesn't have a good game, and I'm like, I need y'all to play together. Jaylen used to piss me off. Like I'm not gonna lie, like that's my guy, but I was like, what's up? But yeah, They have a new coach. Their new coach, I mean, it's only been 2 games, so I really can't say much. But they're playing faster, like fast break points. And I like fast break. It's so exciting. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, it's exciting. And they've been doing pretty good. I mean, like, I don't know, because Ima Udoka was really a great coach for them. And like, I feel like they was like, it was so good. So I don't know. And they're doing, I feel like they're starting off this season well. And I feel like they're going to start off well, like, especially coming off like their finals appearance. I feel like they're gonna do well in the season. So like, I just don't want them to get burnt out, like, cause it's a lot of games. Like 82 games is a lot. So I don't want them to be playing well, and then like towards the end or the playoffs they get burnt out, and like it's not good. Like, I think they're gonna make it to the finals again. I'm not sure. Cause to be honest, I didn't even think they was gonna make it to the finals this year. Like, I honestly didn't. But like, as I said, Jaylen Brown, the past 2 games he scored like, I think like 30 plus. I know first game it was 35. This last game last night, I think it was over 30. It was over 30. So I'm just like, wow, like, is this gonna be his breakout year? I would like to know. I think it might be. Like, I really want him to break out, especially out of Jason's shadow, because I hate, like, he's such a great player to me and such a, like, I love him. So I'm like, I don't like the fact that he's in Jason's shadow. He gets his free agency or whatever. I need him to go out of Boston. I want him to have his own team where he can really shine and be like the number one. Because he's the number 2 on the Celtics. But he's number 1 in my heart. Alright? But I love him. And Jason Tatum, he's doing pretty good. He's a great player, obviously. And I need Jaylen Brown to be an all-star this year. I need him to be an all-star, all-NBA. I want both of them. I want good things for both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Love that for him. That was last year, though. So I need y'all to come with fire. I don't have Robert Williams. So, and I'm kind of sad about that. Because Robert Williams was so great for them. Like, I just love how he played. Like, he was a rim protector, great on defense. Like, he was blocking shots. He was just doing his thing. Like, he was giving them, like, second chance opportunities, which I feel like is really important. Yeah, I love him. And I just hope he gets better. Okay, so the next team I'm going to talk about is the Atlanta Hawks. I want them to be successful. I want them to win games. I feel like that's the most thing. Win games. And they've been doing pretty good so far. So I'm just looking forward to that. Now we have made it to the Western Conference. I'm not really a Western Conference girl. I don't know why. I'm just more of an East type of girl. Like, I don't know. But the Western Conference, let's start off with the Pelicans, because I love Brandon Ingram. I'm also like the fact that he doesn't talk. Very quiet. I love that. But he's a great player. He gonna get it done, score, all of that good stuff. And also, they have CJ McCollum, which is like their vet, I would see. And also, I knew that the Pelicans was going to be good this year when they was giving the Suns trouble in the first round of the playoffs. And I wasn't watching games of the playoffs because I was like, it was a lot of games to keep up with. I was watching Boston's games. I was watching Minnesota game. But the Suns, their games was too late for me. Like, it would come out like 10 o'clock and I'm like, I got to go to bed. So, but when I found out they was giving them problems, I was like, y'all are the 9th seed or the like last seed playing the number 1 seed. And y'all are giving them problems? Like, me personally, I didn't think they was going to sweep, per se. The Suns was going to sweep. But I was like, it should not be taking y'all this line to put them away. Like, what's going on? So I was like, they definitely going to be a good team, a team to watch out for. And Grand Theft Alvarado, he was on Chris Paul. Like, I know Chris Paul was too mad. But yeah, they're going to be a good team, and I'm excited for them. And they had Zion Williamson back, which I know I'm saying I'm happy for a lot of people, but I'm not a hater. So I am happy that he's back. I feel like it's so good for him because a lot of people was talking stuff about him. Is he going to come back? Is he a bust? Is he this? Is he that? He's too big. He's like, all that. So I'm glad he's back. I feel like, I mean, he's been cool, like, these past 2 games, like, or the past game they played. He was great. Like, he did his thing, and I'm happy for him. And I'm really glad he's back because, like, I feel like it must be so tough to, like, you in your draft class and you see other people in your draft class, like John Moran, doing their thing, like, making their leaves, getting paid, doing all of that, and really getting the recognition they deserve, and, like, really playing the game. Like, that's what you love. So I'm glad he's back. Yeah, I'm glad he's back. That's all I got for the Pelicans right now. I'm looking. Okay, so the next team I'm gonna talk about is Minnesota. What is Minnesota? Like, what is the Minnesota Timberwolves? I'm very so confused about them as a team. I love Anthony Edwards. I like him. I like his energy. I like how he plays. He's just so athletic to me. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter too. I like him. I'm happy for him. I want his career to go well. And if Minnesota don't stop playing, I need him to dip immediately because he is too talented to be wasting his talent and his time there. Like, yeah. He needs to make a jump. I want him to take a leap. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't really get the hype about him per se. I just want him to be better and do better and really be like somebody the team can rely on, especially if the team wants to be good. Rudy Gobert. I'm just like, I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm not the biggest Rudy Gobert fan either, but I just want to go for Anthony Edwards for real. That's my guy, and I feel like they need to play smarter. Cause in the playoffs, they made me mad because they could have won against was it Memphis? In my opinion, like they could have won. So I'm just like it was just one game I was watching. I'm just like, let me switch out for the coach real quick because I could do better than what's going on. Because the Minnesota Timberwolves, like I'm telling you, like I thought they was gonna win that game. I thought they was gonna win. I was like, oh, I might as well start watching because I know they're gonna win. I went away. I came back. I said, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Y'all let the Grizzlies get up on y'all like that. Like, I was so shocked. Coach wasn't calling no timeout or nothing. I'm like, bro, what is going on? The Dallas Mavs, I don't understand Luka Doncic. Like, I don't know. There's something about him. Like, even when I'm watching him play, I'm just like, I don't get it. I just don't understand. I would like to understand, but I don't understand. They got rid of, Jalen Brunson left. I was about to say they got rid. Now he left. He's in the Knicks. Why would anybody voluntarily go to the Knicks? I don't know. But they was pretty good, obviously. They almost went, was they in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think they was. I think that's who Golden State played. But shout out to Luka Doncic. The next team I have on the docket is Memphis Grizzlies. You know, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, so period. I really like Ja Morant. I think he's a spectacular player. Y'all like that word? Spectacular. He is amazing. Like, he is so great. He finna soon be like the best point guard in the league, in my opinion. Like, just give him like 2-3 years. He gonna be up there. Like, the way he sees the floor, I love it. Like, his passes, I just like him a lot. Like, his hops crazy. Like, wow. I need you in the dunk contest this year. I like their team. I feel like they're a great team. I feel like they kind of grew together. So I feel like them like moving up in like ranks and like seedings or whatever. I feel like that's good for them. And I just love that for them. Jaren Jackson Jr., he needs to stop fouling out. Like, during the playoffs when he was fouling out, I'm like, you're too valuable to be fouling out. Like, it's a way to defend without fouling somebody. And even the NBA and their foul system, I kind of take issue with that. Because if you that's a foul. Look at somebody, it's a foul. So, like, he's young. He's light-skinned. I think he got locks. I'm not sure. But he's a good 3-point shooter. And I'm like, I let it see. Like, when he makes a shot, I'm just happy for him. If you know what I'm talking about, please let me know. Because I know it up here. I could see him. I could see his face, but I don't know his name. Winding down. The Lakers. They suck. They're such a bad team. Like, it's sad to watch. And I'm not going to lie. I was a dummy last year. Like, I was like, okay, they might make some shake. Lakers in 5. Dummy. That was probably one of the dumbest things I could have said, even in privately. I don't think I said it on social media, but that was not smart at all. They need help. They need help. LeBron is too old to be even thinking about carrying that team anywhere. AD, I really did like him. Like, especially when he first came to Lakers, I was like, okay, I like Anthony Davis. But he is so fragile. I really hope he stays like injury free this year. Like, yeah. And I'm just like, bro, like, Y'all need to do better. LeBron deserves better. But I can't even say that because you was part of the cultivation of that team. And they have no young players. I mean, they have Austin Reeves, which I'm like, I'm rooting for him. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm rooting for him. But everybody else, I'm tired of Russell Westbrook being the scapegoat. I feel bad for him, low key. I feel like they should just get. I don't understand why he's still on the team after we saw last year, and that's the thing I was skeptical about is like him playing together, them playing together. Because if LeBron's on the team, LeBron gonna have the ball most of the time. But Russell Westbrook, he's been like a ball dominant type of person. Like he's been playing with the ball for a while, like a while. So I'm just like, come on, let's be serious for real. They traded their young team. All them young players that was there, they traded them so they could win the championship, and they did great. But now look at what it's cost. I feel like they're a great defensive team. I remember I was saying that last year. I was telling somebody like they're built for the playoffs. They're so good defense. They didn't even make the playoffs, but they're a great defensive team. I want them to make the playoffs at least. I don't. They're not winning, and if they win, I'll be shocked. I skipped the Suns. I skipped the Suns and went right to Memphis. I'm coming back to them, but. I'm just LeBron is in his 20th season. I just feel I want better for him. They need young players, and they don't have no shooters. Like they was like last game. They shot like they shot like 43s the first season opener. Barely made any of them. I'm like, what is going on? Talk about we getting good looks, but we not. He was like, are we getting good looks? Are the teams giving us good looks? I'm like. I mean, y'all not gonna make the shots anyways. And it's like, I was watching them not make the shots, and I'm just like, hey, this is sad. Like, I'm physically hurt by watching it. Like, I'm telling you, when I saw it hit the rim, I'm like, I can't play, but I feel like I can knock down a couple. Like, maybe one or two. They do need shooters. Especially in this day and age in the league. Like, how you not gonna have shooters on your team? It's like, ain't nobody can knock down a couple threes. Like, at this point, I'm just waiting for LeBron. I'm just waiting for Bronny to come in the league so LeBron can go to whatever team he goes to. Because the Lakers, it's not looking bright for them. And it's crazy how they just ruined their whole team. Like, interesting. All right, I'm back. So I skipped over the Suns in my notes. Like, how can I do that? So the Suns, they sucked in the playoffs. It was so bad. Like, I'm telling you, I was not watching them in the playoffs last year because, like, I just wasn't. At a point, I stopped watching the playoffs because I was getting, like, annoyed. Because I'm like, dang, y'all playing the same team over and over? Like, I'm tired. So, the Suns, the Dallas ate them up. Like, I'm saying the Dallas. The Mavericks, they ate them up. Like, that's so embarrassing. Like, when I saw that Devin Booker and Chris Paul combined for, like, it was 20-something points, I said, ain't no way. Like, this impossible. I was so like, wow. But the Suns, like, them during the regular season, that was my favorite team in the West. They was the best team in the West. Number one since like the season started. Like, they were so good. They play so good together. I love their ball movement. I just love. That's one team I could say I really watched. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed watching them play. Like, they got me excited. They made me happy. I love Devin Booker. He's a great player. I just feel like he needs to bring more. Because it's like, yeah, I need you to average more. Like, especially because, like, Chris Paul, which he's the best point guard in the league. Don't at me. Like, I don't want to hear people talk about Steph Curry. I don't want to hear it. It's Chris Paul to me. Like, he's really a general. Like, runs the floor. Like, he facilitates. Like, he do what a point guard do. He gets, like, you pass. Like, I love the way he passed the ball. He's just, his IQ is up there. Like, I love Chris Paul so much. And ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. That's what I know. But with Chris Paul, he's old. He's getting old. Alright? And I feel like he still has his, like, abilities, but, like, he's old, so obviously he's not gonna be scoring as much. He's not gonna be, like, doing that much. So I'm gonna need the young people to pick up the slack. Like, Devin, you need to pick up the slack. You was an all-star. Babe, be an all-star. Show us. DeAndre Ayton, I was an advocate. Not saying that me saying that you should get paid is what got you paid, but I was advocating for you on my little CFL that you should get paid. That they should bring you back. They shouldn't trade you. So I'm going to need for you to live up to the hype. I'm gonna need for you to take it to another level. I don't want the Suns to go back downhill. Like, do I think they're gonna win the championship? No. I would like to see Chris Paul win the championship before he like his career's over. But he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, ring or not. So it don't even matter to me. It don't even matter to me. But yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I really love watching the Suns. Like, I loved it. Like, Mikal Bridges. And I love their team. Like, I watched them so much. I knew the team members. They do well. Like, I want them to be good for Chris Paul's sake, okay? Because y'all not finna play him like he old. Like, don't do that. Because I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. But that was really my team last year. Like, I love watching them play. I hope they can still keep that. Because their ball move. They was such a beautiful team to watch. Especially in the regular season. Like, I loved it. I loved it. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the Clippers. Kawhi is back. I'm so excited. If I were a basketball player, I want to be just like Kawhi Leonard. I love his demeanor. I love his attitude. I love how like straightforward he is. I just love it. And he's back. He came out the bench. I said, okay, coming out the bench. I'm happy. I really want them to do well. John Wall is also back playing, which I like John Wall, Like, I'm happy for the people who haven't been playing to get to play. I feel like if you have something that you really love, that you're passionate about, and you're not able physically to do that, that could take a toll on your mental, definitely, especially if it's how you make your living as well. And that's just a lot. And I'm happy they're back. And PG-13, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan. Which I really don't know why, but yeah, I just really want them to do good. And I feel like the Clippers is going to be good in general because their core before all of them three came back. Sorry, my camera cut off. But they was doing good before. Like, the team, they was staying solid. They was trying to win games. They was doing their thing. And I feel like with that being like at the core, they're going to do great. Okay, moving on to my last one on the team. The Warriors. I'm not a Warriors fan, but I could genuinely admit the Warriors are amazing. They're a great team. I can't even lie. Like, I thought they're going to be title contenders because, they want to repeat. And I feel like that'd be so cool because I don't think there's been, like, a repeat, like, back-to-back in a long time. Except for when, like, the Warriors did it. I'm sorry, this is a little too much for me, but dang. It has not been a repeat since they did it. So I guess they might do it again. And, Steph, period, MVP. I'm glad he got his MVP. Clay came back, did his thing. Okay, game 6, Clay. Whatever. Because I was rooting for the Celtics, so not too much. But I'm glad, like, that's good for him. And they're going to be really good. Like even, like, seeing them against the Lakers, which the Lakers never stood a chance, but I thought they're going to be good. And one thing I especially like about the Warriors is how they incorporate the young players and the old players. I feel like that's important. And that's where the Lakers messed up. You see, because the Lakers traded basically all their young players. Now you don't have the future. So what are you going to do? But the Warriors, they got their future. They got Jordan Poole, which I love Jordan Poole. He's so great. He's that guy. Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, I don't know, like Andrew Wiseman, and Andrew Wiggins. So, like, they have a young core also with, like, but then they have, like, the older people like Steph, Clay, Draymond, Andre still there. Yeah, they have the old people that can, like, older people that can help them, like, I'm doing this line in the video, but come into their own and, like, yeah. And I feel like that's going to be so great for them. I just like how smooth it is. And they're going to be really great. Like, I'm not going to lie. Will they win? Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at it if they win. Because I wasn't happy when they won. I wanted the Celtics to win. But I was happy for Steph Curry. Because I like Steph Curry. Like, him alone, I like him. And I like Jordan Poole. I like people on their team. But them as a collective, I don't see myself ever being with the blue and gold. Like, I just can't. At this stage in my life, I cannot. Anthony Simmons? Come on. What I really wanted to happen with him, I wanted them to trade Dame and build around Anthony. Because I feel like he's really he's really going to be that guy for them. Like, I wanted that to happen, but Dame stayed, so loyal. And I don't think they're gonna win a ring. I'm pretty sure they're not. But and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people like, oh, he should go and try to get a ring. But like, he getting paid. So like, if you're getting paid, like, you got a family to feed. And yeah, it would be nice to win a championship. I mean, that's what you play for. But at the end of the day, you only play basketball for so many years, and that money gotta last you like basically the rest of your life. So if you want to take care of your family, you want to play and stay with the team that drafted you, who am I to be like, oh no, you should leave and get a ring? Like, cause ring culture, I feel like it's toxic. Like, y'all be literally trying to negate people's whole career just cause they don't got a ring. There's some people who are better players than others that don't have a ring, and some that do. So like, let's not play. I'm not really, I don't buy into that ring culture. Cause like Chris Paul, I don't think he's gonna get a ring, but he a first ballot Hall of Famer. Me personally, I would rather be a first ballot Hall of Famer than have like 5 rings, and I'm not that guy on the team one or that guy in general. Like, yeah. Yeah, let's get into that. Those are my thoughts, my basketball thoughts. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I'm really glad I was able to express my feelings and my thoughts. Were they the most concise? I don't know. But I enjoyed this. Like, I like talking about the game. I like watching the game. If you want to be my basketball buddy for the season, you know where to find me. I'm not going to put my Instagram in the thing because I feel like that's unnecessary. But yeah, anyways, I want Jaylen Brown to win. I'm all for Jaylen Brown. Rooting for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, Jaylen Brown. And more Jaylen Brown. Like, come on. Like, I'm really trying to make y'all Jaylen Brown fans over here. Which he got enough fan in me. So it don't even matter, right? Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed this. Yeah. Bye.